Hello and welcome to the I Can Do podcast with Benjamin Lee. We're here to talk about tips and strategies to have an I Can Do mindset. Life is what you put into it. Get the most you can. Here's your host, Benjamin Lee.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of I Can Do. I hope and pray all is well with you. Today I want to talk about the power of one more. The power of one more. Back in March, I've been working on getting back into shape. For the most part, I've been in shape the last 5 to 10 years, but I definitely got off track towards the end of last year. So when I got on the scale January 8th, it was a big sticker shock for sure. So that has forced me to have this daily accountability, checking in on the scale, which is a totally different philosophy that I've had in the past. In March, I was mixing up some things with my workouts, and I wanted to get back into doing push-ups. So what I did beginning on March 1st, I just did one push-up. Then March 2nd, I did 2 push-ups. March 3rd, I did 3 push-ups. So every day for the month of March, whatever the date was, that's how many push-ups I did. So at the end of March, do you know how many push-ups I did? 496 in 31 days. That was a big success, win, victory for me and my mindset. I had already begun losing some weight. Exercise, for the most part, has been pretty easy for me. But at the same time, consistency, you still have to practice that muscle. You still have to train that muscle of showing up every day. And that really is the power of one more. So for April, I decided, okay, I have this nice baseline. So the next thing I'm going to do for April 1st, I'm going to do 2 push-ups. Then April 2nd, I'm going to do 4 push-ups. Then April 3rd, I'm going to do 6. So whatever the number or whatever the date was, I simply doubled that for the amount of push-ups that I decided to do. So again, by the end of the month, I was around 900 or more push-ups by the end of the month in April. And so that was a big eye-opener for me as well. Wow, look how many push-ups can be done just by adding a little bit more. In the past, I'm sure I've done things like, let me start off with 25 or 50 or 100, and there's nothing wrong with that. Plenty of people can do that. But for me, this little nudge forward, just a little bit more every day, the power of one more, it was amazing to see how many push-ups I was able to do. So in May, my nutritionist, Eva, she put together a push-up challenge of 5 push-ups, and you increase the push-ups by 5 every day. So May 1st, I started off with 5. May 2nd, I started off with 10, or I did 10. May 3rd, I did 15. So by the end of May, just by adding 5 additional push-ups from that last day, I did 2,480 push-ups. And I was so close, I decided to do 20 more so I could have 2,500 push-ups in the month of May. Now, I'm really happy about that. I don't think I've ever done that before. And I'm sharing this with you because it just continues to amaze me. When I was doing 5, that's nothing. That takes 5 seconds or a few seconds, right? And doing 10, it didn't feel like I was accomplishing that much. But by the end of the month, I'm doing 155 in a day. Sometimes I think we want to get to this huge number as quickly as possible, but slow, steady progress. 1 more every day, or 2 more every day, or 5 more every day. You will be amazed at what you will be able to accomplish. Think about this with money, for example. Saving an extra $1 or an extra 5 or an extra 10 or an extra 20, that's going to be a pretty good emergency fund eventually. Or what about reading a book? We start off reading 1 page and then 2 pages and then 3 pages. Well, by the end of the month, that's 496 pages. That's a really big book, or that's a couple of books in 1 month. You see what I'm talking about here, right? The power of one more. Just one more step, one more push-up, one more page to read or blog to write. And before you know it, you're going to be accomplishing things that you probably thought you couldn't do. Or maybe you get to this place where you never thought, you've just never been in this part of your life. 2,500 push-ups in a month? I've never done that before. So what if we started changing our mindset and saying, well, what is something else I've never done before? How could I get there just by doing a little bit more every day? I'd love to hear what you are going to pursue. Have a great day. I can do, so can you. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. If you are in the need or are looking for more motivation in your life, feel free to check out my website, benjaminlee.blog, where you can find hundreds of encouraging, motivational blog posts on a variety of subjects. You can find all of my books, which can also be found on Amazon.com, and other podcast interviews with a variety of people. I hope this helps. Please leave me a rating and a review. I can do, and so can you. Take care, and God bless.